Friends, Miss Natalie here. I am going to show you now in very speeded up time how I did the final black line layer of my cityscape, my 1 point perspective line drawing. I chose, hopefully you can see, the marker tool, and I'm choosing a variety of line widths. So the things that are closer, I did in a thicker width. I think I went with 15. Things in the middle were with 10, and things in the back are at 5 or sometimes even smaller. I'm just using the tools that I used in my sketch, but this time with my final pen choice and my final color choice. Um, and sometimes mixing up the widths, I decided to go with maybe some thinner lines when I am doing the windows, then the outlines of the buildings, to make, things a little bit more interesting, but just following all of those sketch lines. Um, and yeah, you can see that's what I'm doing. Maybe adding a few extras here and there. Um, on the lines, and adjusting my shape every once in a while. I was using my tablet and my pen, and every once in a while it would fight with me. So you can probably see that. I have to tell you, I went a whole lot slower than it looks like. This is speeded up. One thing I did realize was that the layer that I had created, because I had created a brand new layer for this, was behind a lot of my sketch layers. So I moved that layer by picking it up and moving it to the top so that it could be, yeah, here I am trying to decide what to do with that, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So, yeah, so that's what I did. I just left it as it was. I struggled a little bit. I find it's a lot easier to work with that than it is with the eraser. Okay, so this is where um, I changed my video. You can see I'm done with the lines, and now I'm working on the layer for the bridge, which is actually a vector layer. I created a new vector layer just so I could make sure that I have those curves of the bridge correct. And then I put in the lines, and since it's a new layer, I can do things like go over on top of the other ones. And what I did then is I converted the layer to a paint layer, and that way I can erase the lines. You can see me trying to erase the lines. Oh, it's kind of hard to get those lines erased really well. Um, but yeah, that's the one problem with a vector layer is you can't erase specific parts of it because it's not pixels, it's a program when it comes right down to it. So there it is, all the lines. I'm just going back, kind of fixing some things in, trying to make them look good, and this is pretty much it. And there we